get to the teams. Let's have a little. All right. So we got the Cleveland Browns. We at pick 27. So per usual, Trey, what's your breakdown on their numbers and whatever other information you
Cleveland
want to give us?
Browns finish 11. Finish 11-5. Obviously, they got lucky in the playoffs, and you know we're not talking about that. We saw it happen. The first round.
Lucky? How they
Uh,
get lucky?
what was that?
How they get lucky?
All right. Anyway, so they won a playoff game against the Steelers, which we're not going to talk about the details of that. We just know they won. Um, so as far as
Slacking.
ranking goes, they finished 14th uh, league ranking as far as offensively, and then 21st league rank as far as defensively. So um, I think Vic said it last show, whatever. He's like, these ain't the same Browns, more or less, which is kind of true. They definitely look like they got a little swag to them now. I'll give them that. At least offensively, their defense still definitely has holes. That's the side of the ball I think they should focus on, or are going to focus on. Um, Obviously, you have Miles Garrett, this big name that everybody knows on their defense. But outside of that, uh, there's no their linebackers definitely could use some upgrade. Um, their secondary, that's another place that you probably could see them look to upgrade. Their strong point though is clearly offense. So again, I would go on the defensive side of things to try to go ahead and um, fix that up. So there's two ways, because you can straight up go ahead and try to fix the secondary, add another piece, maybe a safety or something to help out. Or
Now,
what was that?
my question is why safety?
Well, I mean, they did sign John Johnson, right? But
And they also drafted last year in the first round, Grant Leafret from LSU. He had a ACL injury, I believe, or Achilles. So we ain't really get to see it, see him ball last year. That's why, I'm just like, why safety? I mean, I
well,
guess I get it.
defensive back, I guess I should say more so. You're right. Probably maybe safety isn't the specific need in the secondary that you would address. But if I was gonna go defensive back, I'd say Greg Newsom from Northwestern.
Okay.
That'd be a back that'll probably, or defensive back that'll probably be there when they're going to go ahead and select. But the other thing that I was going to say is you can address the secondary with a defensive back, or one thing you could do, which a lot of teams do, is Pittsburgh has always done this for the most part, because since since forever, we've never had a real true like number one shutdown cornerback ever. But you know how you mask that is when you have a good pass rush or a great front seven. It gives the secondary more time, and makes them look a lot better than what they are. So as much as it would pain me to see,
Don't you say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Don't you say
And
it.
look, they have a knack
I'm,
for doing it anyways.
I'm, I'm
They
coming. I'm
they
coming right over to your house and slapping the shit out of
they have
you.
they have the Browns over the past few years have had a knack for taking Miami Hurricanes.
Ah,
So
you
this is
did it.
true.
Ah, you did it.
From
All right, as
Duke
soon as we're done with this, I'm
Johnson
coming over.
to David and
I'm tired
Joku,
of your shit.
Filter Red Wine, Chad Thomas, just to name a few, over the past few years. Like they I think they scout Miami pretty hard for whatever reason. Like they look at Miami and like, okay, they keep an eye on our players. But Jalen Phillips, if you were to get Jalen Phillips and put him on the
Mm.
opposite side of Miles Garrett, I think that pretty much, helps out the secondary. Just in the fact that you're gonna have the quarterback. You're gonna have to try to get rid of the ball a lot sooner than you probably want to. Um, you it helps you be able to disguise coverages. Just having a better pass rush, the amount of flexibility you have in the secondary, or even like we said with the linebackers, the fact that I'm not really big on their linebackers. I don't think they got a true, player in the middle, like a signal caller and everything in the middle. When you have another pass rusher, the caliber of that player, yeah, it can make up for a lot of those holes. So as much as it would pain me, I would please go anywhere else but Baltimore or Cleveland, and I'll be fine with it. But yeah, I could see Jalen Phillips just because they're known to draft hurricanes. And every time they draft one, I'm just like, why do you have to go there of all places? Luckily, though, how it's worked out, though, my Canes haven't had much success over there, luckily. So hopefully they get another chance, though. They go elsewhere to be able to flourish. But yeah, I could see Jalen Phillips be like a real option for them. And it's
I'm
gonna suck.
disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. Why? Why would you speak that into existence? Like now, if this
Because it
happens on
happens
draft
like
day,
every year. Every year they
this
take
happens.
hurricane.
If this prediction happens on draft day, I'm leaving where I'm at. I'm going. We throwing hands on site.
Amen. It's just
I'm tired of the Browns selecting former Miami Hurricanes, especially ones that we believe
like in Joku, I feel like promise, so much promise still. Just
in.
there's so
He
many
needs to be
tight ends
traded.
over there. Like you,
We need to trade him.
yeah, get rid of him. Um, Sheldrick Redwine also. We were just talking about safeties. They've
Yeah,
had him for what 2 seasons now, and
yeah. He's
I
solid.
don't think he's played much. Like they don't haven't given him many opportunities.
Yeah, he's played a little bit, but not a full time type of deal. Like with that safety Grant Gilpret that they drafted from LSU in the first round last year.
Yeah,
It wasn't their top pick because they got the top pick with Jedrick Willis, I believe. Ole Miss, that
yeah.
big offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
But the second first round pick that they had, they drafted a safety, which he's more of a free safety to say. So uh, I know I've seen Redwine a little bit, but he didn't make that much of an impact. Uh, he had some plays where he'd make plays, but it wasn't anything to where he jumped out at the screen at you type of deal.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I would say, um, I agree along the lines of where you're going at in terms of outside linebacker or slash pass rusher
Mm-hmm.
or middle linebacker, which you need an anchor. Just some things just to note. Obviously, you said it. John Johnson, the second or the third, one of the two. Um, Obviously, he was signed by
Former
the
Ram.
Browns, the former Los Angeles Ram. They signed defensive end Takaris McKinley, cornerback. I forgot where he was from. I believe he might have been from the Rams too. But Troy Hill, he's a versatile corner. He can play inside and outside.
Yeah,
So
if
he's
I
a
remember
very
correctly, I think he was around too.
yeah, he's a solid corner. So he can definitely help him out inside for sure. I believe that's where he will play because, as I mentioned, last year was an injury riddled season for their secondary. Obviously, Grant got hurt, their rookie. Denzel Ward, he was on and off the field. He didn't really look like himself. He was just, yeah, he was mostly injured. Greedy Williams, he was also injured. Another draft pick from
Like 2 years ago.
not last year, but 2 years ago. So I believe they'll they'll stay away from the secondary unless if there's somebody that's just like you can't miss on him. But I don't really see that unless it's like saying a J.C. Horn drops
Just
or Sertan. Like I pray that does not happen. But or even freaking Caleb
well, no,
Farley.
Pittsburgh
Like
picks before them. So if one of them players dropped and Pittsburgh did, did
yeah,
nothing, I'm gonna have
yeah.
to go to
Hopefully Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh and slap somebody. So
Well, yeah, we got to see what Pittsburgh does because they got a lot of holes in different area codes. But well, actually one area code. But anyways, uh, um, they signed the inside. They signed a linebacker from the Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Walker. He was right next to that other stud linebacker that they have over there in Indy. I forgot his name, but he's solid. I think he led the team in tackles, so that should help out. They also signed DT Malik Jackson, but who I got them selecting in the first round. I believe their offense is solid. Um, they could. I don't think they're gonna go receiver. I don't think they're gonna go offense. Period in the first round. I think they can wait on that, but I believe they're gonna go inside linebacker. And who I got them selecting is Xavier Collins from Tulsa. Either him, Jabil Cox from LSU, or inside linebacker Chaz Surratt. I believe he plays for Georgia, but I may be wrong on that. I'm just kind of going off the dome on that one. But I believe that they're going to go inside linebacker. If they can find a linebacker that they feel is a franchise slash game changer, that'd be my approach if I was the Cleveland Browns because I feel like they have everything there to be successful. But as Trey said, if there's a pass rusher that holds, because I believe Jalen Phillips is going to be drafted way higher than I believe between 10 to 20 at the latest. If he somehow falls, okay, that's kind of shocking at this point. But if they do go for a Miami Hurricane, I'll probably more so suspect it'd be like Gregory Rousseau.
yeah,
But I know he had a bad pro day compared to what most people expected from him. So that would be the only reason why I would think he would fall to them. But then again, he's looking like he'd be more of a early day two draft pick, maybe later, if that. But I would go for inside linebacker if there's one that's available. Um, if not, pass rusher would be my preferred choice if I was the general manager, the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Um, Other than that, we can. You are ready to go on to the Cleveland Browns schedule.
yeah, we can.
All right. So for their schedule this season, they have. I'm gonna start with the home games, and then I'm gonna go to the away games. Obviously, we all know they're in the AFC North. So Baltimore.
We run the
Huh?
North. No, I just had to let
Uh,
people.
um, yeah, that was irrelevant, but anyways, we will proceed. So Baltimore, Cincy, and Pittsburgh are division rivals of the Cleveland
You
Browns.
say us first next time.
Uh, Baltimore, Cincinnati are division rivals in the AFC North, with the last place of this upcoming season, Pittsburgh Steelers. So then, for the rest of the home games, we have Denver, Las Vegas Raiders, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, and Detroit Lions, Houston, and Arizona. The away games again repeat for the division rivals. We have Green Bay, KC, Chargers, Minnesota, and New England. So
Mm.
okay.
So what's their extra game?
Their extra game, from what I see, is Arizona.
Okay, yeah, Arizona. They could potentially win that.
It's,
All right, I'm gonna say, oh man, it's crazy.
yeah, really.
I'm gonna say 11-6.
Okay. Uh,
Pains me to say that.
dang. I'm in agreement with you. 11-6 is what I see that their record can be. There's some possibles on here. Honestly, there's games where they can, either possibly lose. But I'm just gonna state it off. Um, sorry, Pittsburgh. Sorry, Cincy, but they're bringing out the brooms on y'all. Um,
Cash at me.
Raiders. They're gonna beat the Raiders. They're gonna beat Chicago. They're gonna beat Detroit. They're gonna beat Houston. I got them beating Green Bay. I have them beating the Chargers and Minnesota. The teams I got them losing to are New England, KC, getting swept once again by Baltimore, Arizona, Denver. That's it.
All right, so
Yeah, six
he's
losses.
he's clearly delusional. So
Yeah,
I have it. I have him split in Pittsburgh. I got him split in Baltimore. I got him sweeping Cincy. They'll beat the Texans, beat the Raiders, beat the Bears, beat the Lions, and then I also have them losing to the Patriots, the Chiefs. I have them losing to the Packers.
okay.
I got them. Who else did I have? The Broncos one I'm up in the air on.
Yeah.
That's one of those could be, but I'm gonna say that I'll say they lose to them for right now for the sake of argument.
Okay, so who you got them losing to? Or you got them splitting with? Okay.
So they lose to Baltimore once, Pittsburgh once, KC,
Okay.
Green Bay,
Okay.
the Broncos, and New England. That's my 6.
Okay. I thought you said that you had the Broncos losing to them. That's a possible.
Yeah, that's a possible one.
Okay.
I feel like that one could go either way to me, but
So you think Arizona is gonna lose to the Browns too?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got them beating Arizona and the Chargers, who, by the way, I'm high on both of those teams, but I'm just, if Cleveland can get that defense, they don't got to get them top 10. If they can get them in that top 15 range, they'll be a lot better of a team, be more of a bigger threat. Because look at the KC game. I don't want to bring this up, but I mean, they had every opportunity. Once Mahomes left, that game was theirs to take, and they did not capitalize on that at all. So
that's why I feel like getting a somebody in the middle as a signal caller just to get that defense together, a leader. Because again, like when we talk about dominant defense,
they let Chad Henne rush for what? He rushed for 9, and then he picked up the last yard passing, but he wasn't even supposed to get them. He wasn't supposed to get them 9. My boy is running for his life.
I
But
mean,
even
yeah, I
before
mean,
that, when Mahomes first went out, they got the ball back because Henny had threw an interception as soon as he got in, and they gave the ball right back. So it's just like I don't understand. Which I know we're talking about defense, and this sounds like it's the offense that's slipping up because Baker should have, in that situation, led the team down the field and scored once Henny threw that interception. But overall, their offense is clearly better than their defense. They got two backs that, for the most part, if you get a lead, they're just gonna bruise you. They're gonna, you know, drain the clock, play ball control, which what me and Apollo were talking about last show. Pittsburgh, we need to get back to that. If you can control
yeah,
the clock, play good defense, because Baker is not the greatest quarterback in the world, but what people fail to realize is you don't need Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers to win games. You don't need those type of quarterback. You just don't turn the ball over. A good run game is quarterback's best friend. Cleveland definitely has that. They figured that out. Baker looks a lot better when he can pass off of the run versus trying to, force him to pass 50 times a game. That's not Baker Mayfield's game at all. That's not his
yeah.
strength.
Um, I actually want to make a correction. Um, I got I got the Cleveland Browns splitting with the Baltimore Ravens. So 12-5 is my updated
Oh, he had to hit
record at the
the
moment.
heart because he remembers what almost just happened the last time.
I mean,
Lamar
last time,
Lamar didn't come back come back in time from that bathroom break. I don't
uh,
know.
I mean, you also got to remember too. I mean, the Ravens were beating the Browns by at least, I think it was two, maybe three touchdowns. It was probably 17 points. And Lamar went out the game. And like you said, he almost didn't make it back in time to save the Ravens. So the fact that Lamar had such a good lead on him, and when he came back in, it was game over type of deal. He put that fatality on them boys. Kind of tells you there's still a little gap, but like I said, if they address one of those issues right there, they can definitely close the gap because the Browns, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers, they play them pretty tough.
Well, the
They play
Browns
the Baltimore Ravens.
the Browns have drafted good the last 3 years, I will say. Well, ever since they got Baker, I would say, since that draft, since the Baker Mayfield draft, they pretty much had solid drafts every year since then.
Yeah,
I
from
I can't sit here and lie.
from pretty much top to maybe like the third or fourth round. They've been doing a
Yeah,
solid job at that.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I guess with that being said, it's like we're ready to move on to the next one. The Baltimore Ravens, our favorite team on this channel. We're
I'm trying to get through this show, y'all. I'm trying to, because
gonna drag this one
he
out.
be he be trying.